Yeah. Hey guys, everybody wave if you can hear me. So weird. Oh my gosh, it's so weird. So I just want to start talking. First of all, get to know me a little bit. Do you see where I'm sitting? This is also referred to as my office. Joy's smiling. She knows this is my office. This is my bed. It's my office. I do my best work here. So know this. We're going to start. We're going to dive in. I want to make sure everybody's muted but me. Hey, Steph. Everybody mute but me. And the way we're kind of going to do it, I've talked to Stephanie and Joy and Karen, and what we're going to do is I'm going to talk. And whenever when we get to a point where we're ready to do questions, I'll let you know. And then Nancy, you are killing me. You're killing me right now. I don't even know if that's you or one of your kids, but you're killing me with the mask. I see you. So anyway, I'm just going to talk. I'm going to throw a bunch of stuff out there in addition to what we've already covered. And then we're going to move on from there. And you guys can ask as many questions as you want. I do have until 7. Nicole has Bible study at 7 with New Life. So I'm going to try to hop off then. But if we go a little bit over, this is important. She may have to tag in a little late. Tara, don't tell anybody I said that. So a few things to say. Some things have changed this year. I know a lot of you already know this, but our leadership has shifted just a little bit. We're all still here. I'm taking over as the cheer program sponsor and the head coach for varsity. And Joy is going to be my assistant. So she's got a little bit more flexibility to be with her Whitney, especially as we kind of encounter some weird times as Whitney's trying to get to college and whatever this next few months looks like. And then Stephanie's going to hop back on and continue as your JV head coach. And we are so excited to have Karen Bailey, Kira's mama, come in to join us as JV assistant coach. So those are all exciting things. Also, some of you saw Brooke Long last year working with our JV. She's going to be back this year working with JV as the cheer manager. She's going to do choreography, and then whatever Steph and Karen tell her to do is what she's going to do. So I say all that to kind of this year what we'd like to do, so there's no miscommunications, no confusion, no anything. We would like for any questions that you have, any concerns, anything like that, if you could bring them to your head coach first, so that it doesn't go from this person to this person to this person and then finally get back to the head coach sponsor, and then it's all confusing by then. So bring it to your head coach. We'll take care of it, and we'll get you the answers that you need. I know most of you probably saw the governor's speech earlier. That is very weighty. That is very sad to me. But just like her being someone in authority over us. I trust her. I pray for her. We have to follow their guidance. We have to do what they want us to do. Unfortunately, that means no more school for the rest of the year, so we don't get to have workouts. We're not going to have real tryouts for sure. We know that now. We're going to do all things virtual. So I have a few exciting things to say. Know that the material for tryouts is being worked on. All of the girls have done a fantastic job getting it turned into me. We are getting that put together in a way that is easy to communicate with all of you, that your girls can watch and learn. And we are giving you 2 weeks to do your tryout material. More details will come on that. I'm not going to talk about it a whole lot right now, but know that we are going to get you the methods of how we will get the material out to you, as well as how you will get your tryout video back to us. That is coming, I promise. I'm looking at you, Heidi. Jeff is going to be very helpful in getting this accomplished. The next thing I have to say is very, very important. I need everybody to listen. And it's okay if you cheer, hooray, and all that. Make sure you're muted. But if you were an ECS cheerleader this past season, okay, if you're a returning ECS cheerleader, you do not have to try out this year. Congratulations. You look at Nancy, that's killing me. You are moving on to the next round, like American Idol. You have made it to the next round. I want you to understand that what this is not a precedent for seasons to come. We are trying very hard to make a very difficult situation for us as coaches easier and less complicated. And quite frankly, 40 videos is a lot harder to deal with and watch and go through than 14 or 15. And right now it's a lot. We've coached these girls that are cheering right now. We know you girls, we know what you can do. We're ready to move forward with you guys. So you do not have to complete a tryout video. If you are trying out for the first time, you will be doing a tryout video. I'm working on also getting a mock tryout video to you new girls so that you can know what a tryout looks like typically. Basically, from that, us as coaches, we don't want the girls that are returning to be complacent or to take this for granted. This is a position that typically tryouts are extremely competitive, intense, emotional. We don't want you to just take for granted that we've moved you on to the next year. This is a very not normal year. It's not normal at all. So we're trying hard to work, and we ask that you new girls please understand why we're doing the things we're doing. It is not, we just got so many. We got so many, and we know the girls that we have, and we're so excited. I can't even explain to you how excited we are for the new faces we have seen. We are so excited for these new faces, and we're looking forward to seeing your tryout videos and moving on from there. Your official, well, first of all, I need to know who is trying out. So you can let me know that by GroupMe. All of the new girls that are joining us this year, let me know by GroupMe. I'll put all my contact, I've already made myself a note, put all of my contact, phone numbers, everything to let me know if you're trying out so that I can make sure I get the tryout material to you, okay? I don't want anybody to get missed. Also, let me back up just a second. All of you returning girls, there is a YouTube channel that is underway by my old 43-year-old self, and it takes a minute for me to upload a lot of videos. So we've slimmed the list down, but we've changed a lot. We've added a lot. I've been working with the senior girls and these upcoming senior girls, and we have made some changes. This year we, hey Ren! So this year we are going to be making sure that varsity and JV cheers in themselves are the same. Meaning, if you'll remember, girls in the past, JV had some cheers, varsity had cheers. They weren't the same. So if you got pulled up to cheer with varsity, or if varsity got pulled down to cheer with you, it was complete chaos. Nobody knew what they were doing. And so forget that. Everything's the same moving forward. So you're going to want to log on when I send that YouTube channel out to you returning girls, and you're going to want to start practicing those now. You're also going to practice the tryout cheers because we're going to use those too probably. So, all right, official tryout day, April 10th for now. My plan is to have all of this stuff to you this weekend, Sunday or Monday, maybe at the latest. I don't know. Everything's so flexible and tentative. Look, I'm a schedule planner, and I'm not thriving in this environment of having to just make it up. So feel all of us as we're all in the same place. I will make sure to communicate with you. More than likely, you'll be sending your videos to a Dropbox so that it's private and only the coaches will have access to it. So there's one change moving forward, and it's not a big thing. I have a video that Anna Donegan recorded for me earlier, but know that us as coaches, we're looking at ability, we're looking at personality, we're looking at the ability to follow instruction, we're looking at discipline, we're looking at enthusiasm, all of those things. So it's really hard for us to get a video, a little short blip of a video, and know what your level of enthusiasm is. Granted, we do spirit and all of those things, but I've decided to add a little fun twist in our strange situation. And so for you girls that have ever been in a pageant, you got this. There is nothing to this part, okay? So I'm going to do a little cheesy example, and all of the girls that are returning are like, thank the Lord we don't have to do this year. But so, for example, when you send your video, the first part of it will be something like, hey guys, my name's Natalie, and I'm a sophomore at ECCS, and I want to be an ECS cheerleader because blank, whatever. You fill in that blank. We want to know why. Why are you here? You're new to us, and we want to know you. So we want to know your level of enthusiasm. We want to know why you want to be a cheerleader for us. And so that just felt like a good natural thing for us to ask you to do, as cheesy as it may sound. I'm sorry, we get like that sometimes, but it just felt like something that would work. So the mock tryout video will be coming. Don't panic, because I'm not giving you a lot of details about that. I've given you your requirements. I will give you those again if that's one of the questions. Otherwise, all of this will come to you in an email and greet me. We're going to over communicate with you in the next coming weeks. So I'm just going to say, if anybody has questions, feel free to go ahead. Ask and I will answer.
I remember at one of the clinics or workout meetings that we had that you guys said just tank tops, but then in your video you said also white t-shirts would work. Would the white t-shirt work, or do you guys prefer the tank tops?
You can wear either. You can wear a white t-shirt or you can wear a white tank top. We don't want mesh. We just want modesty. Nothing too tight, nothing too loose so that you can't move freely, and nothing see-through, obviously. So yes, either will work. Next.
Quick question about camp week and the spirit pack. Will you talk more about what will be in there and how will it compare to the previous years?
Absolutely. So in the past, just to kind of give some of the new faces a little history, in the past we have had all the moms. They do an amazing job of putting together these crazy gift baskets, bags of just stuff, and it's good stuff. It's makeup bags, it's shirts, it's cups, it's sunglasses, it's all kinds of things. And so our goal this year is to, once you pay your cheer fee, to not feel, or be asked rather, or feel like you have to pay one other penny in addition to that fee. So that being said, the spirit pack is what we're calling it. It will be everything you've already paid for. It'll be this is new for the returning girls too. We're going to be doing 3 pair of shorts for camp week, 3 shirts for camp week, your uniform, your shoes, a couple of pair of socks, your bows. For JV has bows, varsity is doing ribbons. What else am I missing? Let's see. And then we're going to do an extra spirit gear. That's a surprise. It could be anything from an extra t-shirt to a long sleeve t-shirt to a sweatshirt to sweatpants. We are going to just try up palms. That's pretty much it. It's basically in your bag. Your spirit gear is going to be everything that you've already paid for. We're going to try to have it all in by camp week and give it all to you. Now, we got the coronavirus going around. So will it all come in on time? I don't know. Are we still having camp the week of June 1 through 5? I don't know. These things are frustrating for us. I know they're frustrating for you, but we don't know. I mean, the date part, I have no idea. We're planning on camp June 1 through 5. If that changes, we'll let you know. Please put those dates down on your calendar. It is mandatory to be there for that particular thing. Something else that I thought of I was going to say. Oh, in the past, we've just kind of gotten this or that or whatever. We've been as cheap as we could be, so to speak, to make it all work. Well, with the fee increase, we are also able to use a couple of different reps we've been able to find out. So your girls are going to get Under Armour compression shorts or sliders. So they won't be, I know there's a daddy on here and I'm so sorry, but they won't be going in anybody's crack when they're kicking and jumping. Okay. So just know it. They're going to stay fit. They're going to stay on better. They do cost a little bit more, but it will be worth it for your girls and their ability to do what they need to do. They will be getting Under Armour and Nike shorts. And no, we're not paying $30 for a pair of shorts. I promise you, the rep that we've been working with is extremely wonderful. And so we're able to kind of get the swag that they like, not just what we can afford. We're able to get what they like, and we're able to make it something that they'll want to wear again. And they'll want to wear it out to other places to hang out with their friends and whatever. So I'm hoping that this will be, that a lot of what they'll see this year will be a lot more friendly to their attire. I know I've got 2 girls, so I can speak to that. They're very picky about what they wear sometimes. So when they get some cute shorts, they want to wear them somewhere besides cheer practice. So that's what we're going for. We want it to be comfortable and something that they like. So too much information. Sorry, Tracy. What else? Look at Joy. She's in San Francisco.
I have no idea how. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either.
Am I on?
You are on, Melinda.
Can y'all see me?
No.
Okay, good. No, I'm cooking. I'm cooking while I'm talking. Okay. My question is, with all this coronavirus, which I am so upset about school not finishing. Anyway, but my question is, what about physicals?
That's a good question. Here's my answer. I don't know.
I hear you. I mean,
there's going to be a lot of things we just don't know right now. It may be that this is one of those things that we can go back on the most recent physical, and if it was within the last 6 months, we can accept it. I don't know. I mean, I don't know the answer to that. Adding on to that, I will say this. In addition to physicals, we've got the issue of fittings. How are we going to fit for uniforms?
Oh.
So
wear gloves and spray each other down. No, but I was just going to say, I mean, Larry's still, he's doing the physicals. He even said he'd do the football players. So
Okay.
I don't know, but that's a
I
whole
hear you.
different thing.
I'll write that down. We'll figure it out. Stephanie.
As far as physicals go, they are good for a year. So what we'll do is once we can meet together, prior cheerleaders will already have a physical from the prior season. So we can go ahead and use those, but we'll definitely need physicals.
From the new kids.
Yeah, for the new girls, and we're gonna have to figure out how to work that out. But and we'll just have to figure out how to get physicals. You know, we're gonna need physicals, I would imagine, by camp if at all possible. And then after that, if we can't, I mean, I'm not really sure what we're gonna do. We'll have to figure that out. But we definitely will have to have them by the beginning of season. So I mean, that's not something we can negate. So everybody just needs to be aware of that it's not something that it's going to be tossed. So it will have to be accomplished at some point. So just keep that in mind.
Right. Yeah, that's what I don't know. I just all of a sudden thought about that.
That's a great thing to bring up, Melinda, really.
I mean, any contact, and it's so weird. I mean, you know, things we don't even think about.
I didn't even think about that. So
I mean, I mean, just the simple things, you know, not going out here or there. Anyway, it's crazy times, but we're all adjusting. But
thank you for bringing that up, honestly.
well, and I mean, as late as the season is fine. What, you know, and so anyway, that was it.
No,
I love hearing your birds in the background. By the way,
I think that's Joy.
is that Joy? I keep hearing these little birds. I'm like, oh,
Guys, I didn't turn off my mic. I'm
That's you,
sorry.
Melinda. Melinda,
Oh,
you're
no.
hearing things.
Okay.
So what was I going to say? Gosh, the birds.
Past the physicals or something else after that. But anyway, at any point,
I don't
it's
know.
good, you know. So anyway, okay, I'll mute myself. Let's see if I can figure this out. I'm the old lady in the bunch.
You're not old. Anybody else have questions? Yes, Nancy. No, I don't sell bananas at my farm. Only you, Nancy. If y'all don't know Nancy, her right above there and her gorilla mask, her daughters are Sophie and Sydney Scarpula. They've been with us a minute. Sweet family. Who was talking and I interrupted?
I'm sorry. This is Lori Adams. And
Hey, Lori.
Hey, do you know what days and times we'll be doing practice?
Well, I have a practice schedule and I'll be glad to send it, but it is like everything else extremely loose. I can send it though. I can tell you another mama made a great suggestion, Andrea, and we're going to try to do our practices on Tuesdays and Thursdays for a while, and then go back to our Monday, Thursday, so that we give everybody that option of having a long weekend. Normally, Lori, our practice schedules are Monday, Thursday, 4 to 7. And it's like that through the whole season. Varsity is a lot easier to navigate because our games are typically always on Fridays. And so we can do Monday, Thursday practice game on Friday. JV gets a little wonky because they can have a Monday practice, a Tuesday game, a Thursday practice, or they can have a Thursday game. So they have to do a Monday, Tuesday practice. It just gets kind of weird with them. But you're a varsity person. So usually will be Monday, Thursday, and Friday games. Tuesday, Thursday for a while. It just depends. So I'll keep you guys posted, but I'll be glad to send what I have so far because we do have a plan that was created before the current situation. But I'll be glad to send it in the group me. I'm writing myself a note right now.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Anybody? Hey, Jay, I see you got on.
Hello, friend. This is my life right now. Zoom calls.
Yeah,
This is the
apparently it's everybody.
yeah, it's fifth one today. Should have bought stock in Zoom in December. It was about at I think around $15. It's over 100 now.
Yeah. So, well, we're still working. My company's still working. We're still doing day to day with people face to face, but we did lock our doors. We're selling trees and plants, taking orders out a window. It's kind of weird. It's like McDonald's, but hey, whatever works. Anybody else have questions? Helen, I see you, but I see a roof. Did you pass out? Okay, good. There you are.
Hey, you probably said this earlier. Okay, we got in late. How are tryouts going to be done? Or
Tryouts are going to be done virtually, and I'm going to get all of the details to you guys really soon. But I will be sending out the material, probably like Google Drive or something of that nature, to the girls to practice by, and then they will be sending in videos. However, if you weren't on here earlier, then Laura Lynn didn't hear. If you're a returning cheerleader from this past season, you do not have to try out this year. Congratulations. Yeah, fist bump, Dad. Yeah. So we're going to do tryouts for all of our new girls. And we have a lot this year. We have 14, I think. So that's exciting. That's really exciting. Any other questions? Somebody's asked the question. Hang on, Sharon, 1 second. I see you, but somebody just messaged me a question. They're wanting to know how many JV girls will be taking this year. I don't know that that number's decided yet. I think it depends on how the tryout goes. We have 20 girls trying out. Last year we had 18, but that doesn't mean we'll have 18 this year. So we just don't know that yet. If Steph wants to add to that, she certainly can.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I have an idea ahead of time of what my numbers will look like, and then we'll have a tryout, and then I'll change that. So I'm not opposed to a larger squad of 17, 18. So that's around what I will be looking at. So, but that doesn't mean I wouldn't take less or more. So, like I said, I'll look at a tryout, and then that could change. So I can't really say for certain, but yeah. So it's just hard. And this year is going to be a little bit more difficult, honestly, with circumstances being what they are. So there you go. Hope that helps.
That's kind of the way. I'm sorry, Steph.
Oh, no, that's okay.
That's kind of the way Joy and I feel as well. And Joy's welcome to add here. But I mean, we had 18 girls on the squad last year. And we have, I think, 19 or 20 trying out this year. So we're, larger squads give us lots of flexibility to do more things. So, Joy, anything you want to add to that?
No, I think that, again, in circumstances, with numbers, I think it's going to work out great. We are excited for all the new girls coming in. So just see how things go. Overall, I think it'll be great. Whether we go up or down or whatever, it's going to be good.
Yeah. Sharon, you had a question. Go ahead. I can't hear you. Can anybody hear her?
no.
No.
Cannot hear her.
I can't hear you, Sharon.
You could text your question to
Text me. Yeah, Sharon, text me your question. Text your question in. I get you answered. Jay, there's a deer behind you.
He's sticking his tongue out. He's the one that got away.
He's about to lick Laurelyn. I love it.
Very good information. A question. We're coming from public school to where they ride buses to and from games. How do we get to and from games? Because we also have one that is in public school who will be play on Friday night as well, so we'll be splitting our time.
Hillary, that was you, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's a great question. We are a little private Christian school, homeschool cover. So we are every man for himself. As far as getting to games, parents get them to games. Don't feel split up the middle, my friend. There are plenty of mamas that always haul more than one girl to games. So we'll get that girl to a game. We don't typically, if I'm just being honest, I don't remember the rule. Joy or Stephanie may have to speak. They got more years than me. But I'm fairly certain we don't let them drive to games unless it's a home game.
Right.
Am I right?
yes.
Well, okay, let me say something about that. I actually did ask Coach Smith about that last season, and he said that there wasn't really, unless he's changed it, we've always been that, unless it's a home game, girls can't drive. But
the distance too, how far it was.
yeah, in distance. But he did say this past season that if they wanted to drive, then that was up to the parents' discretion. So I'll just leave that where it is. So if it's 2 hours away, or if our game's in another state, which I kind of think we have, I know 1 or 2, then that's up to parents. You guys decide.
I'll find out, Hillary. I'll find out the for sure rules. Either way, you're my Montevala's sister. I'll get your girl to the game. Don't you worry. So Sharon's
There's always
question,
plenty of mamas to drive.
Yeah, they tend to carpool when it's like far away like that.
Yeah. So Sharon's question was, if
It's
our
more fun.
restrictions are lifted, will practices begin immediately? And the answer is absolutely 100% yes. We are ready to see these girls. We are ready to have our cheer community back and to be practicing. And we miss you guys so much. Like, we miss everybody a lot.
We miss you
It's been
too.
really, really weird. Let's see.
I want to say something really quick too, like what I had mentioned to you on the phone, Renee.
Yes.
As far as JV goes. So normally during this time, all of us coaches would be able to get to know the girls and bond with them. And then for girls that have cheered prior, we would reconnect. So we're not able to do this right now, which is very, very difficult for us as coaches to not be able to connect with the girls. I mean, part of coaching is having a relationship with these girls, and it starts in workouts. So I'm feeling very neglected right now because I love being with the girls, and that's part of what I love about coaching. So this is very difficult for me, especially as we approach tryouts and knowing that I cannot take the full tryout number. So this is going to be very, very difficult for me. So having said all of that, I'm considering Marco Polo with the girls that are going to try out for JV, and asking moms to be flexible with this and allowing our 6th grade girls to use their phones and using the Marco Polo app. And what that would do is allow me to connect with these girls over the next couple of weeks, and we can talk and send videos back and forth to each other and get to know each other through little videos and snippets over the next couple of weeks. And then the girls can get to know each other and connect, because we cannot connect right now, and we will be a squad. And the girls that actually do not make the squad, they can still connect with us. And then, you know, we had girls that did not make the squad last year that came back this year to try out, which just makes my heart feel really great, because that is the one thing that I would have said during these workouts is, if you do not make the squad this season, please, please come back. Please do not give up on cheer and come back. And that is something I have not been able to express or communicate. There's just a lot of things we have not been able to do because of this situation. So Marco Polo would help me be able to just kind of coach a little bit through this situation. So I'm just asking, and the reason why I'm kind of doing this too is because I have a much younger squad of girls trying out, 6th graders versus, like, you know, 12th graders on varsity. So a lot of them do not have phones. So I would ask that some of these moms would consider allowing me to connect with them this way. So if y'all would think about that, that's something I talked to Renee about today, because I really think that we need to establish some sort of relationship, even if it's through technology. So we'll figure something like that out. But that's what I'm looking at. Marco Polo is, and it's safe, and it would be a closed group, and, you know, we don't have to figure out times where we're all on the computer at the same time. We just send little videos back and forth to each other, and you watch it when you can at the end of their school day, and respond. So think about that.
So I have 2 more questions that have come through. One is that with the girls from last year not having to try out, will this be a disadvantage for new girls trying out in the numbers? The answer to that is absolutely not at all. It's such a sweet gift from the Lord. Every year it seems to be, the question is, what are we going to do? We have this many girls leaving, or this many girls graduating, or this many girls going up to varsity. And then it's just a sweet picture that we see, because all these new girls just come out of nowhere. And definitely not a disadvantage to any new girl trying out, not at all. It doesn't affect the numbers. It's just a sweet way to fill the spots and to keep the ministry moving in a forward direction. So Maddie, that is a great question. Maddie is asking if it's a long time before we can have actual practices, would we do something online as a practice, or cheers or workouts or something like that? Yes, I think absolutely. We will have to. We'll have to do something. That is one of the reasons why I'm so excited that we were proactive on the YouTube channel, because all of the cheers will be there for you, and you will be able to access them and practice them as much as you need to. So that will be there. Great question. Great question. Anybody else?
I wanted to say the other question that you had about the disadvantage, or if they thought they might have a disadvantage.
Yes.
Keep in mind that this is what we're doing is a whole new territory. You know, if it was done the way we normally do it, then, you know, obviously all the girls would try out regardless. But just because of time and groups and gatherings of lots of girls in one space, that's why the decision was made to do it this way. So, Lord willing, next year when season comes around, everybody's going to try out just like everybody else, just like we've always done. This is just for this time frame right now, just because we can't have large groups and we can't have all the girls at one time as much as we really, really would like to. So this is one of the things that we came up with that seems like the easiest thing to do, where we could still see tryouts with our new girls. And because we've, you know, and the old girls, you know, they don't have to, for them, this is kind of exciting because they always have to try out. So, you know, you just never know with the next season what happens. So just kind of keep that in mind, I guess, for next time around. So it's going to work out great. I don't think anyone's going to be at a disadvantage at all. So.
No, definitely not at all. I think it's also a good opportunity to be reminded, especially you returning girls, that your position is never secured. tryouts are tryouts. Yes, it is a ministry, but life contains a lot of different avenues that are competitive. And we think competition and a good level of competition is good. And so, you know, although there may be some cuts that are made, hear my heart, cuts are good for these types of things. They're hard and they hurt, but they are necessary because it does encourage each girl in this situation to work harder to earn that position. So please don't take it lightly that we decided to kind of grandfather everybody to return. It was not an easy decision. It just seems like a logical decision for this time because it is extremely strange and it just is what it is.
Can I touch on that, Renee, really quick?
Yes, absolutely.
And I understand the concern and the question because the way it looks is having everybody that was on the squad before come back, they're taking those numbers. I totally understand that. And I will tell you that that has been taken into consideration. So those numbers have not changed based on that. So I will tell you that. So if that means that I take more girls because that means I'm bringing everyone back, then that means my squad will be larger than I had intended because I'm taking everyone back, if that makes any sense. So I will not put any new girls at a disadvantage because I'm bringing everyone back. Mm-hmm. So, and I believe Renee, Coach Renee and Coach Joy would be thinking the same, along the same lines. So no, just because the girls are returning does not mean that the returning girls are taking spots that new girls would. So I just wanted to point that out. So that has been thought about all of those details. So if that makes any sense to you. That. Do you hear that?
I have no idea what that noise is.
It's not me. I promise.
I don't know. No idea. Anybody else have any questions? I have no idea what that is. I'm sorry.
Hey, Renee.
Yes.
I just want to tell Stephanie that I'm thrilled with your idea of the Margot Polo thing. That just sounds like a wonderful
Stephanie,
idea.
yeah.
I mean, I haven't heard of that app, and I'm not familiar with it. But yes, we missed the practice and all, and I know there's nothing we can do about it. Yeah, I don't know what that means, so it's not for me. But if you can hear me, that sounds like a wonderful idea to engage these girls and get the new ones involved and get our girls in touch with each other. Because yes, I think we're all missing.
Just isolated.
I know we're all
make sure everybody is muted. Every single person. Trying to make sure we get rid of that sound. I'm sorry.
Thanks, Dawn. I think that'd be great. Thank you.
But yeah, I mean, it's not just the social isolation, but just the girls not seeing each other and the girls not practicing and the whole bit that's not going on right now. We get it too. I mean, you know, everything that's missing right now, you know. So yeah, that sounds like a wonderful idea. I just wanted to say that I know it's not a question, but
that's okay. Thank you.
Yeah, that's about it.
Thank you, Dawn. Anybody else?
Do y'all have practices during the summertime as well once the virus hopefully goes away?
Yes. Normally we go to that Monday, Thursday practice with our camp being in June, which is the newer girls don't know this, but camp is normally in July. So with us moving camp up to June this year, Like I said before, we had a mom that made an absolute genius suggestion to do practices on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And that gives people those long weekends if they want to run to the lake or they want to go to the beach. It does give them some extra time to miss practices, but we will practice all summer, 2 days a week.
Okay, thank you.
Football typically starts in August. I've talked to Coach Smith a few times. I mean, his prediction, which is not an official prediction, it would be just as good as mine, which is not good. But his prediction is that football will be pushed back and start later. Hopefully to start in September, which most of us mamas are about the same age or real close. Like, we never played a football game in August anyway. I don't know when that started happening, but I never sweat at a football game until I started having a girl that cheered. So we started school after Labor Day. So I don't know what all this is about, but I would love to see it go back to September and us play into the first week of December and us actually be cold. So that's my 2 cents. But yes, I hope that answers your question.
Yes, ma'am, it did. Thank you.
You're welcome, Haley. Anybody else have a question?
Betsy in the background.
Hmm?
Betsy. Hi, Betsy. Sorry, this is not cheer related. Just want to say hi to one of my students.
I don't see anybody in the background.
Behind Sharon. She's behind Sharon.
Oh, I see now. Yes.
There she is. There's Betsy.
There she is.
Sorry. Just want to say hi. Listen, I'm isolated. I'm a teacher, so I don't get to see even my students. I miss them.
Anybody else have a question? Andrea, yes. I think Andrea's asking about the returning girls, our returning varsity girls and the newer varsity girls could kind of come together on a social media type setting and talk to each other and kind of get to know each other a little bit. Yes, absolutely. I think at this point, the world is going to be so creative about how we connect that there's going to be so many opportunities to connect. I will say Marco Polo is a great app. My kids were making fun of me about 2 weeks ago, probably 3 weeks ago for using it. Now I'm pretty cool. It was like the old lady Snapchat. And so now I'm bringing it back. It's cool. See, once again, I knew I was cool. Yes, Andrea, yes. We'll figure something out.
You are cool, Renee.
Duh. I'm your hero. Oh, that's so sweet. That's so scary. Any girls on here that are returning that might feel like they want to add something to these newer girls, some encouragement maybe? It's okay if you don't. I might be looking at Anna. I might not. I don't know.
I'm so excited for this season and I can't wait to meet everyone and I'm looking forward to it and I'm counting down. So I'm really excited.
I love it. For those of you that don't know Brooke, she and Bella are our 2 JV girls that are moving up to varsity this year. So for me to tell them that they didn't have to try out, they probably just had an elephant lifted off their shoulder.
You're still on mute. Yes.
Yes, we're so excited.
Love it. I don't know what the noise is. Anybody else?
Oh, there we go. I was just going to say I'm super excited. Really excited to meet everybody.
Say it again, Anna.
I'm really excited. I'm really excited to get to know everybody.
It may be your phone that's making the noise. So,
Hey,
Oh.
Renee,
yes.
it looks like it's Tracy Donegan's phone. You see it, Tracy Donegan? It looks like her phone is on. I don't know if that's making the noise. I just looked and noticed that.
I don't know, but that's Anna. She's been with us a whole minute, and she is going to be a senior this fall. And she said she's excited to meet everybody. That's what I think she said anyway. I'm sure she said something like that.
It was along those lines. It was along those lines.
Yeah, something like that. That's Anna. She's excited. She's always excited, and she's always full of spirit and spunk. So all you upcoming varsity girls will love Anna. Everybody needs an Anna. Anybody else have questions?
I love you, Anna.
I think something's wrong with their audio for real, because it says connecting to audio on her little square.
You're not going to say anything, Laura Lynn? No pressure.
She's going to smile because she's in the president's office. See her?
Okay, now she can hear you.
Wait, what?
They can hear
Not
you.
gonna say anything. Come on, you're one of my. You're like.
She disappeared.
This is the only time she doesn't have a word to say.
I can't think right now. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna say don't worry about everything that's going on right now, because we're eventually gonna become a great cheer family through this whole situation, and God has a will for this, even though we might not know what it is right now. But I'm just excited to meet everybody and have a wonderful season.
Good, thank you.
So Bella is texting or messaging in the group. She is sick and has a raspy voice. Otherwise, she would say something. But she wants everybody to know that she can't wait to see you. She misses you and she loves you. So thank you, Bella. And Anna already said what you said. So I don't think Anna can hear still. She looks confused. Anybody else have questions? It does not mean that if you have a question when we hang up, I'm not going to answer it. It just means this is just a fun time to be able to ask it and get to see somebody's face besides the people in your house. Everybody good?
This is not a question. I just want to say I am so thankful for you, Renee and Joy and Stephanie and the other assistant coach, whatever. This is very trying times, and God bless all of y'all for doing this. I mean, Lord knows I couldn't do it. But anyway, thank y'all for everything you do. Love you all.
Love you, Melinda.
Melinda, thank you.
So the question is, how will captains or leaders be chosen? That's something that we decide as coaches. Somebody asked me something along those lines the other day, and captains, leaders are always returning girls. We don't ever have a leadership position that is somebody that is a first-time girl on the squad. It's somebody that we've had the opportunity to coach, and we've seen them lead. We've seen them submit to authority and be disciplined and enthusiastic and working to better the girl next to her. And so that is something that's a coach's decision. We just decide that. There's not a tryout to be a leader. It's something that we see and we recognize, and it's an award, so to speak. I'm checking my text to make sure. No, Anna, I'm not asking you questions. She just said, I hope you're not asking me questions because my audio won't work.
And then when it comes to leadership too, like it may change from season to season. We might have 2 captains and 2 co-captains one season, and the next there might be 2 captains and 1 co-captain. It depends on the season and the leaders, and we just kind of decide that as coaches and squads year to year. So we kind of have an idea as we go into the next season. I think Coach Renee and Coach Joy would agree with this. As we go into the next season, we kind of have an idea of who we're looking at, and as long as they stay consistent. And usually during workouts, we know that they're still consistent, but yeah, we have an idea already who our leadership is going to be based on the prior season. That's why we always say during season to always bring it and be your best, because we're watching through season for next season. We're always thinking ahead, a season ahead during season. So what do you say, Renee?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just one thing to remember. Once you have your spot on the squad, it's not something that it's not something to ever take for granted or be complacent with, because we're constantly watching it, especially if you are younger and you're returning and have another year to return as opposed to a senior. We expect the same things from our seniors. They are the leaders, but when you're returning, you're always being
observed.
You're just being observed. Yeah, you're being observed, and we're watching how well you get along with each other, and how well you can lead your peers, and minister to each other that way. So yeah,
Really,
I hope that answers your question.
The next season, in the middle of season, I think. So.
Absolutely. Anybody else have questions? I'm trying to answer them on the text and stuff. I don't have any more messages. Any more questions? I need to pop off of here if I can, so that I can let Nicole do her Bible study. There is no wrath like that of a 19-year-old redheaded daughter. Y'all have no idea. Just wait, Tara. One day you're going to know. I see that little girl. The red hair. Something to it. Anybody else? Last chance. This will be recorded, so I'll be able to send the link. There's a few mamas and girls that couldn't get on, so it'll go on the GroupMe and wherever the guidance send it to. It'll probably go to my everything, and then I'll get it to you wherever and however you need it. So anyway, that's that. I'm so excited about each and every one of you guys returning and new. Hey, Alexis. She's so glad her mom made her get on there. Yay. Anyway, if you have any questions, please feel free to call, text, email, GroupMe, whatever. I have an open door. I know all these ladies do. So feel free to get in touch with us anytime. Y'all have a great night, and look for more messages to be coming for me as I work with Jeff Guinan to kind of get the program together and get stuff to you, okay? Thank y'all. Love you lots. Can't wait. Good luck to you girls.
Nice.
We love y'all too.
See you later. Take care. Stay safe.
Absolutely.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.